To the former state representative Ray Rickman for coming in to give his big view. We've got plenty on tap for you for local news and politics today. I'd like to welcome my first guest into the studio. Annie Dickson with the Social Enterprise Greenhouse is here to talk about a new cohort of classes of businesses that are going to get training through the greenhouse. So she's going to tell us a little bit more about the program. Annie, come around the corner. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it. Take a little step closer this way to me, and let's start telling folks, you just announced the businesses, the enterprises that are going to be getting some accelerator training with the greenhouse in the coming weeks as part of your spring program. So let's talk a little bit about this. When you decide who to bring into the program and put through this program, talk about the process to even announcing who's going to participate.
So it's a very difficult process. This year we had about 40 applicants, and so it was a really difficult process because we had so many amazing entrepreneurs to choose from. The election process, it goes from looking at the logistics of the organization, what stage they're in, things like revenue, preparedness, but also the entrepreneur and their drive and their willingness to receive critical feedback. And those entrepreneurs who really show that spirit of really willing to be engaged.
And so why do you think it is so popular? What is it about the greenhouse that folks know about and say, I really want to take part in this program?
I think there's a couple elements to our Accelerator program that kind of sets us apart. Part of it is the interest that we have in social impact. We heavily focus all of our workshops around creating more social impact and what that means, how that looks for Rhode Island, a global perspective. And then also the network out of Social Enterprise Greenhouse. We have a network of advisors and other entrepreneurs, so it's really a blended learning experience.
And so let's kick off. You've got the cheat sheet because there's a number of businesses involved that got tapped through this program. And I want to take the opportunity to highlight them who's going to be taking part in getting all of this knowledge from the greenhouse about how to advance, again, the social mission of their organization. So let's start going down the list.
Okay, we have 14 participants in our cohort this year. This is the largest cohort we've had for our Impact Accelerator. I am going to use my cheat sheet. So first, we have Anchor Strategies. This is a consulting organization that helps entrepreneurs and founders and connects them with funders and other organizations, all for the purpose of promoting a more connected and collaborative social change effort.
And Anchor Strategies, because
Yes.
it's Rhode Island based?
They are actually New England based.
New England based.
Coming to Rhode Island, coming soon.
Fantastic. Well, we like that anchor. Let's bring them in.
Next is AS220. Pretty sure everyone knows about AS220. They're a local nonprofit arts organization. And their industries department is going to be joining us. That department includes their Fab Lab, their Makerspace, and their Media Arts Center. So we're really excited to have them too.
Fantastic.
Next, the Center for Community Transformation. This is a community building effort. They facilitate efforts to change the structural conditions within a community and empowerment to community members and people who don't always get that access. Our next one, this is they're actually a student organization. These are from Brown grads. And they are Pangea Mart. So they are an online platform that enables students and those entering the workplace to promote their own skills. And different from LinkedIn, it's much more of a connected platform.
Interesting. We'll be interested to check that out.
Yeah. Another student-run organization is called GoPeer, and this is a tutoring app. So they are connecting local undergrads with local students who need access to tutoring, and also a scholarship program that provides that service to lower-income families.
Fantastic.
We're very excited to also have Reentry Campus program with us. Their mission is to reduce recidivism rates by providing an affordable post-secondary educational pathway to formerly and currently incarcerated individuals. River's Edge Arts is also another Rhode Island staple that is joining us this year. One of their departments is coming as well, specifically within their youth arts and digital media. We actually have our first international member this year. So they are eventually going to be global, but right now, Tech Africa is a mobile tourism app. And so they are working to promote the idea of, rather than donating to low income and individuals in poverty, let's actively engage them in their own economic development, and they're using tourism to also promote, the image of the beautiful continent of Africa.
So the first international one, are they participating in person? Are they participating online?
We will let you know as soon as he finishes his visa appointment, which is today.
Okay.
So cross your fingers. We're hoping to have
get
him
him here.
He's really excited to be joining the Rhode Island community, so we've got our fingers crossed.
Okay, fantastic. And you have some environmental ones.
Yes, so we actually have one more non-environmental, which is transportation health education via Veer Safe. And they provide online diabetic self-management education, reading off of this one so we can get the language right, to insulin-dependent commercial driver's license operators.
Okay.
Which is addressing an issue that if you don't know it exists, but it really affects everybody. So we're really excited to have them on board. And this is the first year that we have an actual environmental cohort. So we have 5 organizations that are environmentally focused. The first is Eco Building Venture, and this works to develop a sustainable world through improving the built environment. So they combine affordability, sustainability, and environmentally friendly building practices to housing. Happy Water Solutions, they have a technology that compresses air into potable drinking water. Yes, so
Wow.
I don't know I can explain it further, but that's the essence of what their organization does, and they're hoping to provide this service to remote and areas that are definitely needing this service. One Earth Center, this is a boutique in South County, and they also serve as a platform for environmental awareness, for community engagement. They have arts programs, so they're an air plant store, which is beautiful, and then they're also a community center. See Ahead Blue Tech Innovation Center. This is going to be a hub for startups, corporations, academics, and foundations to come together to really kind of get all of their technologies together, and they're focusing on marine technology.
Okay.
And then our last is What Cheer Flower Farm. This is a flower farm here in Rhode Island. They work with reclaimed land in Providence and local florists to repurpose lightly used flower arrangements. So they target communities and organizations that need that lift. And then they're also hoping to, with locally grown flowers, kind of put a dent in that kind of negative impact of importing.
Okay, so very, very local. Trying to get local.
Yes.
So you said, just running through the 14 companies here, over 40 applied. What does the next few weeks look like? What have they gotten themselves into?
They have gotten themselves into 4 months of, it's a blended learning curriculum. So we have online modules, coursework, homework, deadlines, so they have all that. But then we have once a week, on average, we have an in-person workshop, which brings in local experts in whatever field that week focuses on. And so that instructor can really not only just pull the guts out of the curriculum, but also really make it applicable to each entrepreneur and in each scenario. So we have the in-person workshops. We have several different panels from different entrepreneurs around the state. So they've gotten themselves into a bit of work coming up. But
they've got a bunch of work coming up, which, I mean, is it kind of a real-life grad program, if you will, like super intensive?
Yeah, it's very intensive. We've been working very steadily for the last few months surrounding curriculum development and gathering in all of our partners and instructors who are going to be joining us. So.
And it culminates in an event in April, a demo day, if you will.
Yes, so April 26th. We are having a demo day, which is the entrepreneur's chance to put together everything that they have learned and pitch their idea.
Okay, a pitch, a little Shark Tankish maybe.
Little Shark Tankish, yeah. I won't disagree with that.
Little Shark Tankish. And so talk with us, Annie, about your story with Social Enterprise Greenhouse, about your journey there and your experience so far.
So I have been working in social enterprise for years. And I've spent the last few abroad. I was working internationally for a social business. And I had originally really wanted to explore the combination of both nonprofit and social business. There's definitely a place for both. And when I moved home to Rhode Island, I'm a Rhode Islander.
Woohoo, she's back.
I'm back. So when I moved back, once I got over being so cold, I went to Social Enterprise Greenhouse and started working there in July. So I'm a relative newbie, and it's been a really wonderful experience, not just meeting all of these entrepreneurs and all of these amazing individuals with these amazing ideas for social change, but it's really given me the opportunity to kind of bring together these two forces that I'm so passionate about.
And so you just, as you mentioned, coming back to Rhode Island, kind of getting your feet wet, jumping into the deep end in July. I'm not going to put you on the spot per se for the previous classes to say who might have been successful. I mean, there have been multiple classes,
Yes.
and that's part of the network as well.
Yeah, so pretty much what we like to say, because it's very true, is that once you're in the network, you never leave. So we have people who have participated from the day they open their doors. And so for our past accelerator programs, some that come to mind, Finesse, who was actually just here with you a few weeks ago. They were just a participant in the Mass Challenge. We had the Steelyard come last year. We had one of their industries departments join us as well, and they've been thriving. And then Capital Good Fund as well. They're a local micro-lending organization.
We've had them a number of times
I'm
in here
sure
as well.
you have. Yep. So they just expanded to, I think, their 4th state.
Yes.
So they're also doing amazing things.
They're off and running. And so if folks are listening here and said, hey, I have a small enterprise looking to do social good, when's my next opportunity to apply for a program with the Social Enterprise Greenhouse?
Always is the answer to that. We have an accelerator program once a year for Impact, which is it's the industry agnostic accelerator program, but we also have a food accelerator program, and this environmental cohort is definitely growing. But we also have a health and wellness accelerator. So we run those once a year, but we also have throughout the year several incubator programs. And then our constantly available services are our advisory network, our talent matching program. So if you need interns, you know where to find us, and our services of our network and our partnerships.
Fantastic. And of course, nothing ever happens in a vacuum here. Who are some of the partners that you work with to make this possible on sort of the state and even global scale?
We have several partners around the state. We have, Island Foundation. Several of our donor partners are Rhode Island and New England based.
Okay, so again, looking to have folks here making an impact. But as you mentioned, coming in from other places as well. Have your first international one looking to come in, hopefully gets that visa. But as we hopefully will keep tabs on you and the companies moving forward with an eye towards the demo day in April. But just want to let folks know a little bit more. Again, the Accelerator Program, these are the businesses that are participating. We're going to keep an eye on them and, of course, talk with Social Enterprise Greenhouse moving forward. Annie Dickson, I appreciate you taking the time to come in today. I know you're busy, so you go back to your...
Thank you.
You've got an event tonight.
We do.
So let me let you go, and I'll
come
open
join
my
us
next.
for green drinks.
Okay, green drinks.
Right.
Okay, I'll let you go. Okay. Annie Dickson with the Social Enterprise Greenhouse. They just announced their latest cohort of their Accelerator Program taking place this spring, helping businesses looking to make a social impact, giving them advisory and education services. That sounds pretty intensive over the next few weeks. That culminates in a demo day event where they can pitch their ideas to folks who come to see what it's all about. So appreciate them coming in today here into the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center. We're going to be right back here in the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center. Don't go anywhere with our next guest.